Donald Trump has stamped his likeness on his own meme coin, hyped up Bitcoin to record levels, and hinted at a new economic order. He's the first crypto president. But who are the Bitcoin bros who helped deliver the election result? We speak exclusively to the man who went to Lago to persuade Trump to become Bitcoin's #1 enthusiast.
You know, there's an old political saying that people vote their pocketbook. Based on the president's overperformance with young adults, especially young men, and the demographic that holds Bitcoin, we think that it was needle moving. And we think that we as an industry delivered somewhere between 3 million and 5 million voters in this last election. So I really think that this is just the beginning of the rise of the political power of the Bitcoin and crypto industry. And, you know, I think that it's going to have a very big effect on not just the US elections, but elections globally.
In fact, crypto became the largest corporate donor in 2024 with $120 million, outspending oil, tobacco, venture capital, all put together. Having been so successful in 2024, the crypto kingmakers already amassing a new $80 million war chest for the 2026 midterms.
We saw something unprecedented and astounding in American elections. So almost half of all corporate money spent in the last election came from this tiny sector, the cryptocurrency sector. It had a huge impact on specific races. The spending by this industry in the last election cycle absolutely has caught the notice of every politician in Washington, D.C., and many of them are scared.
The warning from Public Citizen is that crypto's ballooning political might is disproportionate to its real-world economic heft. But that's not how Bailey sees things.
There's big corporate lobbyists for energy, for the military industrial complex, for the banking sector. Every big industry has a lobbying power. What's different about our industry is that we're made up of a grassroots movement of tens of millions of people that can turn out to vote. There aren't tens of millions of voters saying, Lockheed Martin, rah, rah, like let's go and for, you know, Boeing to get a new contract. So I think that's what gives us the political influence and the outsized political influence. And I think that that's actually just starting to happen.
Rewind back to 2008, and the global financial system was coming unstuck. In the ashes of Lehman, a theoretic paper by a Satoshi Nakamoto outlined a digital cash system that bypassed banks and politicians. It would be controlled by people and called Bitcoin. In 2011, you could buy one Bitcoin for just $2 before it shot up to $32 and then crashed back down to just less than $3. Now, the following years saw more booms and busts. Finally, last year, Bitcoin's most influential investor took center stage. The cryptocurrency rose dramatically in the weeks before the president's victory, but since then, Bitcoin has continued its rise, hitting an all-time high of $100,000 and counting. But crypto skeptics warn there's no underlying assets underpinning Bitcoin's value, just hype, and worse, a scam. One of those skeptics used to be Trump himself.
Trump's views on crypto have changed 180 degrees. He was strongly critical of crypto, kind of just looking at it as a business person with some common sense. This is a fake pretend currency. What is it? It's a scam. That's how he viewed it. He's got a new view now. In fact, it's possible for investors to put money into a company connected to him and for that money to flow directly to him and his family.
20,000 Bitcoin bulls are descending on Nashville.
Hello, Bitcoiners. I want to thank David Bailey for inviting me.
But on the election campaign trail, Bailey saw the potential to talk up what crypto could do for Trump and what Trump could do for crypto.
I think really what changed the president's mind is when he understood that it was in the strategic interest of the United States. America's influence over the global monetary system is a vital national security priority. And if America is going to maintain its dominance, it needs to be dominant in the digital realm as well. And so Bitcoin is digital gold. And so just like the United States is the world's biggest gold holder, it needs to be the world's largest digital gold holder.
The crypto industry says vested interests like traditional banks have for years sought to hold its progress back. But things changed this election. The head of the banking committee, Sherrod Brown, distrustful of Bitcoin's ascent, was ousted thanks to these ads, funded by crypto.
Defend American jobs is responsible for the content of this ad.
Another critic, the chair of the US financial regulator. Well, now he's also gone. Bitcoin evangelists wanted Ross Ulbricht, the man behind the dark web Silk Road, freed from a life sentence. And pardoned he was. What the Bitcoiners want now is a fundamental shift in how the Federal Reserve does business, stockpiling not just dollars and gold, but also Bitcoin.
And then I think the policy that people are very excited about is this concept of a strategic reserve. For the United States to actually hold a Bitcoin position that it holds amongst a variety of different commodities and assets that it keeps in order to back and support the U.S. dollar. And we think that this is an idea.
What does it mean for the global financial system if the Federal Reserve is selling gold in order to buy crypto? Doesn't it, strike at the heart of the system that we have?
No, if anything, I think it elongates the system that we have. It future proofs and it makes our system forward looking. I think establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve is a policy decision that will be remembered for hundreds of years. And I think it is something that can be legacy defining.
But as Donald and Melania's meme coins show, prices can go down as well as up. His political fate is now linked to Bitcoin's so-called economic miracle. And if it's not the panacea he promises, that could be bad for him and even worse for the economy.